All right. We got one more artist before we break again and hear from the illustrious, amazing Denver Williams. But before that, Chandler Bailey, come on up to the stage.
Okay, so I'm a chan of some trades, so I will give you some options. Would you rather hear poetry or comedy?
Comedy!
Comedy? Okay, cool. Well, before I get started, I need to know, are there any vegans in the room? None?
I am not a vegan.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so I've been a vegetarian for about 10 years, right? And a lot of people think that vegans and vegetarians get along because we have so much in common. But that's not the truth, man. In reality, there's a lot of beef between us. We're more like firm tofu, but you get it, right? So like the other day, I was in an argument with a vegan. He was like, you fucking vegetarians, you think you're hot shit? Probably couldn't even tell the difference between a lentil and a chickpea. I was like, dude, that's easy. Never had a lentil on my face. Alright, I got a couple stories prepared for y'all. Before I get talking too fast, I just gotta let you know I have a tendency of fucking up some perfectly good words. For example, a friend of mine showed me a picture of a kid. Kid looked exactly like her and couldn't have been older than like a year. So I handed her her phone back and I was like, oh, this is a cute kid. Is this your son? She looks like, what? Dude, I am 19. That is way too young to be having kids. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, I know I'm white, right, but I'm Latin, right? And some of us start having kids at like 14 to 16, okay? That's our cradle of civilization. But this girl was white, so I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt. What I meant to say was, well, you know, people get married after high school, and they get started on the whole family thing. 19 is actually kind of a normal year to have kids. That's what I meant to say. 19 is a totally normal year to have kids. That's what I meant to say. What I ended up saying was, 19 is a fertile year. Yeah, you know, like in your mind when you're like, that's some cool shit to say, and as soon as you say it, you're like, no! Like that was exactly what happened, right? All right, so I'm gonna end with this. Okay, I'm gonna end with this, and this is not a joke necessarily, right? But my dad is a priest. Not a joke, not a setup. He's a full like spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch Catholic, right? And the weirdest part for me is like, when he became a priest, I wasn't allowed to call him dad anymore. Because he was a priest, I had to call him father. I'm sorry for that, I was a piece of shit. Okay? So, my dad though, he's still my dad. Even though he's a priest, he's still my dad. He fucks with me, just like, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not what I meant, people. Come on, get your mind out the gutter. Right, look, divert that real quick. Right, so, he was trying to meet me at a bar in Dallas, okay? And he was waiting for me. He got there before me. He's in the full fucking priest get up and everything in public, kind of a show, right? And so he thinks, you know what would be really fucking funny? Is if I like sneak up behind him. So he waits. And eventually he thinks he sees me talking to some friends. So he like sneaks up, right? He takes his hand, he puts it all the way back. He slaps me on the ass as hard as he can in front of my friends, right? This dude's big. That's a hard hit. Well, this stranger turns around, who he thought was me, and looks up in horror at this very large priest just staring at him. And like, my dad being a dick, all he had to say was, sorry, I thought you were my kid. And then he just walks away. Like, he's telling me the story in the car. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You just put the ass in assault and sexual assault to a stranger and you have nothing to say? What the fuck? That's my time.